It's me, Teacher Nicki, and this is the first episode of the Paintbox Kids Show, and I'm super excited, and I didn't even have any coffee yet, and that's how excited I am. Anyway, I'm here at the Storytime Cottage, and a couple days ago it was really sunny and warm, and now, late April, it snowed, and it's snowing right now, you guys. It's crazy. It's like supposed to be really hot next week. So I just wanted to let you know, this is real. I didn't make fake snow. It's kind of wild. Anyway, we're gonna get started with some awesome projects all about water, and I'll see you back here for our story time later on. I hope you enjoy the show. This craft is best for kids age 3+ with light supervision. So now I'm going to see how my bunny came out. It took about an hour to dry. I put it outside. I'm peeling it off. And hey, it's not bad. I mean, looks like the bunny's had a rough life, but other than that, it's pretty cute.
Even if they look like boogers.
Papa, can I fish next to you? Could I?
No, you cannot fish next to me. Be setting yourself over there.
All right, Papa. Oh, I catch the fish. And he looks just like Papa.
You stupid numbskull.
Not in the head, Papa. You want to make me crazy?
Hello from Paintbox! It's time for me to learn how to draw.
No.
Yeah, Maddie came to teach.
No, I can, so you can teach me.
Oh man, and then I have to work today?
Yeah.
Aww, okay, that's fine. I guess I can probably do a mermaid. I'm just kidding, you know I'm just joking. All right, we're gonna draw a mermaid today. I'm gonna draw mine right here so everybody can see, and Maddie's gonna draw hers right here. And by the way, your mermaid, if you're practicing at home, it doesn't have to look like mine. I'm just doing an idea of one. You can follow along, or you can do your own version. You can have maybe like you say, you know, I like how she did the tail. I'll do my tail that way. But maybe you do your hair or your arms or your body differently. You know? That's what makes art so great. We don't all want our pictures to look exactly the same, right? And if you hear some chatter in the background, it's because my two other little friends are over there. And they're waiting to do an art project with me too, and they're pretty funny. I've got a huge marker. Check that out. Isn't that really big? It's pretty awesome. This is a permanent marker. Moms and dads probably won't let you have permanent markers, and that's okay. Permanent markers are really for people that are just drawing on paper. They're not to draw on our bodies. Okay? I'm looking at you because I gave you a permanent marker too. Are you going to draw on your face today?
No.
You promise you're not going to draw on your face?
I promise.
Okay. Let's get started. Are you ready to follow along? Or do your own style too? Okay. I'm going to have you move over a little bit so that I can do right this. Yeah? So we're going to start with the head of the mermaid. And I leave it open so that we can put this beautiful hair on top. So we're going to start. And it's kind of like drawing the letter U with a bit of a point at the bottom for the chin. You see that? Yeah. And now we're going to do 2 lines under here for the neck. Just like that. I'm going to put on her ears like that. Do you see how I did that? Even mermaids need to have ears. They need to listen out for cruise ships. Oh, gotta watch out for the ships, right? Now, we're going to pull a line from each side of the neck like this. Very good. It's just fine. And now we're going to kind of make a letter C that starts there and goes like that, but it doesn't go all the way. Actually, it's more like an upside down J. That's what it's like, an upside down J. Fish. Now, if you don't know how to do stars, another trick you can do is you can draw seashells like this.
I don't know how to do.
You can do that too. It's kind of funny. Okay, so try doing a swirl here and a swirl here, okay? That's hilarious. All right, now we're gonna do a line underneath our shell or stars on one side, and then another one over here. One's a little bit longer than the other. Now comes the tricky part, friends. So I'm gonna draw, this is the part where I do the top of the mermaid. And going around her like this. It's tricky. I will help a little bit. Now, I know this might not look right at first, but trust me, friends, we're gonna make what looks like a tongue. You're like, wait, that doesn't look right. It's going to, don't worry. So try making that shape. Okay. All right, now it's time to finish the mermaid tail. So we're gonna go down to the bottom of what looks like our tongue. We're gonna make kind of a triangle reaching out like this. Oh, Maddie, that's excellent. Now, you know when you make a flower petal? That's like a flower petal right there. Make a flower petal, and behind it is another flower petal that's kind of reaching out like that. Now we need to finish the arms. This is a really hard thing to do. Don't worry too much about it. Just do your best. I'm gonna have one of her arms coming down here. I'm gonna just try to hide the hands because hands are really tough to do. So we're gonna have her fingers kind of folded over like this, and her arm is kind of hiding back here. Do a little line and a line up here to show where her shoulder is and the middle of her arm. You know how we have like our lines here? So we're kind of hiding the fingers. It's gonna go behind her tail over here, and it has an elbow, and we're just doing her little fingers kind of out here like that. And I did her arm like that. Now, again, arms are really hard to do, so don't worry about it. It takes a long time. Maybe one day we'll just do a lesson on drawing arms. My favorite part. So, watch this. We're gonna do a few lines like that. Okay? Very good. And then we're gonna do a couple over here too. Looks like she just has a short crew cut, but that's actually not the case. She's a mermaid. I don't think they have mermaid haircutting places. Do you? All right. So now we're gonna go above it just a little bit, and we're gonna go all around her in a swirl. Ooh, swirl. Like we're making waves in an ocean. Swirl. Swirl. Oh, look at that gorgeous hair. Oh, swirl. Come back over to the top part here. And you're going to go like this to kind of close it up like that. Wow, she's looking pretty good. So we're going to make I'm going to make this really simple, guys. Okay? So we're going to do, see where the tops of the ears are? You can almost make a line there like that. You're going to do a little curved line for the eyebrows right over here. Like that. Camden is serenading us in the background. Her beautiful, she sounds like a baby mermaid singing in the background. Oh! give this mermaid a nose so she can smell when a shark is coming. Although sharks are, by the way, do you think sharks are bad?
Well, I just don't like them eating people.
They actually don't like to eat people. Did you know that? Sharks aren't actually bad. They have a bad rap, but sharks are actually pretty awesome. Oh, yeah. And go like this. And I'll show you guys another nose. Hold this up. You can do like that.
No. This looks a little bit tricky.
Yep, so here, you're gonna pull down like this. Pretty good? All right, so now we need to give her some eyes. So you're gonna go under where the eyebrow lines are, and you're gonna make oval shapes with a little piece hanging off the end. Circle inside each one, like that. Oh, wow, excellent. And then we're gonna put a little circle inside that circle, but we're gonna color it in black. So a black dot inside there.
I can't do that.
You did, it looks fantastic. So now you're gonna make some little tiny eyelashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're gonna do the mouth. I did 2 little baby lines under the nose like this. Wow, pretty good, right? Because if you feel under your nose, feel under your nose. Do you feel two little ridges right there, like this? That's what that is. Isn't that cool?
I feel bones.
Now we're gonna do the mouth, and I'm gonna draw it here, and then I'm gonna draw it big for you guys to see. Okay? So I did this first, and now I'm gonna draw a line under that. And now I'm gonna draw kind of a half oval under that. Oh, that's very nice. Mouths are tricky, but fun. So now she's looking pretty good. But we need to give her some bling. So I don't usually give my mermaids belly buttons because I don't feel like they would have a belly button. But you can give yours a belly button if you feel like it's gonna make you feel better to look at it. I'm gonna give her some fins. Fins are just like C. The letter C or the letter U's. The letter U's actually. So we're gonna go U, 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 U. And then over here it's gonna be the C's. C, 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 C.
C, U.
U, 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 U in the big tongue part. And then in the triangle, C, 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 C. Very nice. Very nice. Now, up here on her tail, we're going to draw 1 line, 2 lines. This is really like a flower petal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then another 1 line, 2 lines, like that. A shell on it that she can use to call her friends the whales over. So I put a little seashell necklace on her. It's got, she's like, you know what, I want the whales to come visit me. Or the manatees, she can like blow on her shell and they'll hear it from far away and they'll come over and visit her. That looks good. All right, let's see what you got. Maddie, can I show you a picture with our friends? This is awesome. I actually like yours better than mine. She's got more character. Wow, this is fantastic. And you know the best part, when you have this part done, what can you do? When you're done with the marker part,
We can color
you can color it in. If you have colored pencils especially, colored pencils look the best inside black marker. But you can also use other markers too. But crayons or colored pencil actually are gonna look the best. So that's something you can do later. So be proud of your work. If it looks like mine or someone else's, it doesn't matter. You can look just like this. It can look totally different. Be proud because it's yours and it's special, right? It would be so boring if everything was the same. You'd be like, ugh, so bored. This is great. Thanks for helping me draw today.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
PB and Jam, mischief at home.
Oh no! What? Oh yeah, you! Woohoo! Ha ha ha! Oh, yum yum yum, yum 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 yum, yum 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 yum. Oh, no! Oh no! What? Oh yeah, you! Woohoo! Ha ha ha! Oh, yum! Oh, yum yum yum. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, oh, oh no. Ayaw to sa. Oh. Oh, no. Hindi mo na. Yum. Oh. Oh. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Shh.
Hi guys, it's me Coco, and today I'm at an awesome hotel and we're about to swim in a gigantic indoor pool, and it's going to be super fun. And the 3 reasons why I love swimming is because it's an awesome sport, it's really fun, and it's really nice to just hang out with water. It's like hanging out with nature.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Storytime Cottage. I hope you loved today's episode. I think my favorite part was probably drawing mermaids with Maddie. She's pretty cool, isn't she? I don't think I was that cool when I was 6. But yeah, thank you Maddie for being a part of my show today. Next week, you're going to actually meet one of her little sisters. Next week's episode will also be inspired by water, but hopefully there won't be any snow, because I'm ready to say goodbye to the snow. Especially because it'll be May. Anyway, today we have a really cool book. I worked pretty hard on this. It's a retelling of The Swan Princess. And I guess there's some evil bunnies too to look out for. I don't think that was part of the original. Anyway, I think you'll love it. I also want to say, before I get started with the story, that I'm going to be taking your ideas that you send to me and making them into books just like this. You can have your mom or dad or your guardian help you email me at paintbox107@gmail.com. Send me your ideas. Send me your drawings. And you might actually see them on the show. And make sure to check out next week's episode on Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning, in fact, there'll be a new episode just for you. The Swan Princess, a retelling. The little sign says, guarded by evil bunnies. Bunnies, beware. In a faraway land, a long time ago, was a kind family who ruled fairly over the kingdom. The king and queen ruled equally and taught their only daughter, Princess Sandrine, to be fair and kind as well. Also in the castle lived the king's brother, the sorcerer named Jasper, who secretly wanted the crown for himself. One terrible winter, the king and queen went missing in a storm. Sorcerer Jasper took over the kingdom and allowed his evil bunnies to stand guard. He was a cruel and ruthless leader. Sorcerer Jasper lied to Princess Sandrine at first, pretending to be kind, but she was clever and knew he was a bad leader. His evil bunnies created chaos all over the kingdom. Princess Sandrine felt brokenhearted over the loss of her parents and thought of them every day. She spent time with a local farm boy named Peter, who was a kind and brave friend who could also make her smile. He helped her feel a little better on days she felt lonely missing her parents. After spending time together as friends, Sandrine and Peter realized that they loved each other. But Jasper's evil bunnies were spying on them and told Jasper about it. Sorcerer Jasper then waited until Sandrine and Peter were apart, and he cast a horrible spell. He turned Sandrine into a swan, and the evil bunnies placed her in the lake that surrounded the castle. The evil bunnies were careful not to touch the water, because if they did, their evilness would wash away. Sorcerer Jasper created his evil bunnies with a spell.
When Peter returned to the castle, he was turned away and told that Princess Sandrine did not wish to see him ever again. Of course, Peter knew this to be untrue, but he had no way to know he actually passed right by her. Now, it happened that the smallest of the evil bunnies was often picked on by the others. Because his heart was so big, he still had a glimmer of good in him. He felt a little sorry for the Swan Princess and snuck her some carrots to munch. When the other evil bunnies caught him, they tossed him into the lake to drown. But instead of drowning, the Swan Princess scooped him up, and the water washed away the evil spell that was cast on him. Forever thankful to the Swan Princess for saving him from drowning, he swore that he would help her. The good little bunny raced down to the village to find Peter. At first, no one would help him because they thought he was still an evil bunny, so no one would tell him where Peter lived. Finally, after many hours, he stumbled, or hopped, onto Peter's little farm. Together they ran back to the castle, and Peter scooped up Sandrine before the evil bunnies could stop him. But the evil bunnies quickly found them out, and that's when Peter thought of a plan. He raced into the castle, the evil bunnies chasing him higher and higher up into the tower. "We've got him trapped," they cackled in their evil bunny voices. Peter, holding Sandrine, stood by a large open window that looked out over the lake. Peter pretended he was going to jump, and just as the evil bunnies lunged at him, he moved aside, and they all went plunging down into the lake. "Not my evil bunnies," the evil sorcerer Jasper cried as he appeared. He took off his wand to find that it was gone. The good little bunny had snuck it from his pocket during the chaos. "My wand," the sorcerer yelled. The good little bunny tossed the wand out the window, where it splashed below, becoming wet, the enchanted lake ending the spell on Sandrine. The now good little bunnies carried the now powerless evil sorcerer Jasper far away, and he was never heard from again. Well, the first little bunny who had helped Peter decided not to go. He stayed at the kingdom with Princess Sandrine. Princess Sandrine and Peter entered into a respectful and loving partnership, where he continued to care for his farm by day, and she took care of the people in her kingdom. They lived forever in peace and happiness, and there were no more evil bunnies ever again. The end.